Solve the proportion. One way to solve a proportion is to do the cross products, because the cross products have to be equal to each other. So x times 12, or 12x as it can be written, has to be equal to 2 times 5. So 12x has to equal 10. And then to solve it, divide by 12 on both sides. These 12s simplify out, so we have x equals 10 twelfths. And this can be reduced by 2 because 10 is 2 times 5, or 5 times 2, and 12 is 2 times 6, and 6 is 2 times 3. So we could say 2 times 2 times 3 for the 12. Now there's a 2 here and 2 here that are going to reduce out, so we have 5 divided by 2 times 3, x equals 5 divided by, and 2 times 3 is 6. So our answer here is 5, 6. Now there's another way to work on proportions, and some people like to do this easier method. Look at the relationship between 2 and 12. There's a multiplication and division relationship between ratios. And let me just show you a quick example here. Let's say 1/2 and then equals to 3/6. Now we know these both reduce to 1/2, so you have a proportion here. And look at what happens. From 2 to 6, what do you multiply by? Well, 2 times what makes 6? Well, it's a 3. And 1 times what makes 3? That's also a 3. So it's another relationship here with proportions. You have to multiply or divide by the same number on the numerator and denominator. And notice 6 divided by 3 makes 2, 3 divided by 3 makes 1. So this is another way to look at proportions. Let's look at this guy over here. Now, the x is over here on the left, so let's work from right to left. So how do you get from 12 to 2? What do you divide by? And I'm saying divide by because 2 is smaller than 12. So you could think 2 times what makes 12? Well, 6. So 12 divided by 6 makes 2. That means you're going to do the same thing up here. To get from the 5 to the x, you're going to divide by 6. So you divide by 6 in the denominator and in the numerator. So 5 divided by 6 is 5, 6. So x equals 5, 6 using that reasoning also. So you can see two different ways to get the answer. We use the cross products, and we also use the idea of comparing the ratios, knowing that you have to multiply and divide the ratios by the same number. And you can use whichever way you like.